Daniel Shalom.
Congrats, you got a new subscriber.
I did?
Marilyn.
Man,
She said you triggered me real good, and that is rare.
I did. I
It's
did,
just a weird
apparently.
thing, I think. Or maybe she's talking about me. Who knows?
Probably. Yeah.
What was the stream? What was this last stream about? It was about like Israel and Iran?
No, I probably should do a stream about Iran as well. I've got so much on my plate. I haven't been getting stuff done. The CPAP machine has really been changing. Like, oh my God. Did I tell you about my sleep apnea?
No.
I've been diagnosed with sleep apnea.
Oh no.
I did not think I was fat enough to have severe sleep apnea, but apparently I had really severe sleep apnea.
Wow.
And so now I've started using a CPAP machine.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like, first of all, it's really hard. But part of the reason it's hard, so apparently I was like basically dying in my sleep. My blood oxygen level was going really low.
Oh my God.
And so and that's why I was such a deep sleeper, because I sleep like the dead. I really do.
Right.
Well, I started using the CPAP, so now I'm not like dying in my sleep, but that like I'm waking up in the middle of the night because of the CPAP. So like it's like Dawn says, serious business. I'm sure sleep apnea contributed to my husband's strokes.
Oh.
I have a cousin who died, I think he was 37, because of sleep apnea. But he was obese.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it's been wrecking things, but at the same time, like I wake up without the machine, I wake up and it takes me 2 hours of like I'm just groggy, and I didn't realize it was because my blood oxygen level was so low. Anyway, all of that to say that now, like, I've got a bunch of stuff I should be doing, but like just the fact that I did like a stream this morning from 10 to 12. Like,
Yeah.
I usually don't stream in the mornings because my brain is too fried.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad to hear that. That's been really helping you. That's amazing.
Yeah. So like, big thing I'm telling everybody, like, check on your sleep cycles, man. Like, that's a third of your life.
It's crazy when you say that. It's crazy.
It's a third of your life. And I can't believe, like, I thought you had to be really obese to have the level of sleep apnea that I do, but like you don't.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I'm wondering why more people aren't using CPAP. Well, now I get it. It's so hard. Like, it's getting myself used to it and stuff. Like, you're sleeping with a like thing stuck on
I see it. Yeah, it's like a mat. It's like a. You look like you're in the apocalypse.
And there's a hose and like like I wake up in the middle of the night and like grab it off my face and
I
go back.
remember. I only know because a friend of mine in yeshiva, actually, a good friend of mine, used to wear one, and I remember when he got
in yeshiva. Wow.
Yeah, a guy in yeshiva. He used to wear this massive contraption. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
What was he obese?
He was a pretty heavy guy.
Okay.
But he was young. He was probably, I don't know, 22, 23. So yeah, it was pretty crazy to see. But it did really help him, though. I remember that as well. It really helped him. So
yeah, I mean, I'm technically obese. Yeah. Most people are being nice, and they're like, "Oh, you don't look obese," and like
I would not have said that. I met you in person. I would not have said that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm a little chubby. I'm not like I know people who weigh so much more than I do.
Yes, Vader. That's exactly what the seatback machine is. Exactly.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, and I have no idea how I'm gonna like travel and stuff, and I guess probably just not use it though because I can still sleep. But so I got this like it's one of those like Fitbit watches.
Nice. You're becoming like so next gen. I love it.
Oh God. But like my sleep cycle is so different with the CPAP and without it.
Right.
It is hard to tolerate, and many times the partner will go sleep in another room because of the noise. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I guess it is. Yeah, there is the Darth Vader noise. Yeah, it does have that. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, but yeah, it makes me wonder why more people aren't on CPAPs and stuff because like this is really affecting my life
In a positive way. I'm not saying there are trade-offs, but it seems like it's improving.
I mean, I definitely I'm gonna stick at it, and I'm gonna keep on using it and stuff. Yeah.
Got it. I was just actually talking to a friend, completely different topic, and he had like this insight about at Mount Sinai about Kafal Tarkagigas, that when God like threatened the Jews to like make sure they keep the Torah.
Yeah.
So an insight that I'm curious if you've heard this before, but he told me an insight that he thought of like over Shabbos about how, because everyone asks like we already said Nasef and Ishma, we already said like we would accept the Torah, and then why is God now threatening us? So he was saying that God is more wanted to state a fundamental reality, like the reality of the world is it wasn't a threat after the Nasef and Ishma. It was more of establishing the reality of the world, which I thought was a really good insight.
Yeah.
Is that something that's like a known insight that people say? Because right when he said it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I've heard that, but it sounds so obvious. It sounds like such a sharp insight.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's brought it strictly out. Maybe. I mean, the thing is, I mean that image gets so delved into on Shavuos night.
Yeah.
You know that like I mean, how many Shavuos shiurim have you been on? Like that nobody said that yet is kind of like
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of vaguely think at least one of the people gave a share on that on Shavuos.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
No, where are we in this Talmud thing?
Should we start again from this crazy sugya? Should we start from the beginning?
Where's the beginning of this crazy sugya?
The 2 dots on Ches Amud Aleph on the bottom. We can start from there.
Okay, so Tes Amud Aleph?
Ches Amud Aleph on the bottom.
Ches Amud Aleph. Wow, we're going far back. You don't usually like going that far back, but I am willing to go far back to the 2 dots. V'chachamim omrim.
Give me 1 second. Wait 1 second. Okay, let me just turn off my do not disturb thing. Okay. Okay. So I think I had the first couple opinions I have, I think, pretty down, but we can just run through it.
Mm-hmm.
So we say so is there din Mahava? So if there's din nefashos here, then essentially Rav Meir saying 3 wouldn't make sense, right? Meaning Rav Meir says 3, the Chum say 23. If it's din nefashos, it wouldn't make sense to say that Rav Meir would never say 3 if it's actually din nefashos. So it must not be a case of din nefashos we're talking about. Rather, we say Amar Uva v'choshen laz, where it's not din nefashos. The Baal is coming to make the woman lose her ksuba, but there's no din nefashos, there's no edim. But Ula is choshish for laz, and that's where the machlokas is whether or not we're.
That there might be because there's a din. There could be rumors, and you might end up with edim, and then it would be din nefashos. So from the very beginning, you should start with 23.
Right. Rameir Savar in Choshen laws or Ron Savar Choshen laws. That's the argument. And then that's the first of 8 opinions here. Rava, the second opinion is Rava Amar Kula Amli Lalaz L'Chashir. Everyone holds that we're not Choshen for Laz. If that's the case, if we're not Choshen for Laz, then why would the rabbis say you need 23? They're arguing about whether or not you should be choshesh for the kavod of the judges.
Because you start with 23, and do you dismiss 20 of them?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it, yeah. Where they started with 23 to do a judgment of Din Nefashos, they be there, and then they realized the witnesses were never showing up, so now we can disband. But the person is saying, well, at least this delegation should judge me for the mamanos, and then there's the question of, okay, well, does 20 leave or not? That's the question between Rameir and the Chachamim.
Okay, he's only like, what's the case where you end up getting money, but she's not? So they didn't see, they saw that. They only warned her that.
No, the husband is able. This is what Rashi actually talks about.
Yeah.
In the Rashi V'Amar, is that the husband is able to just say, "I know that she."
Din Nefashos, this isn't. Yeah. Okay.
I know she slept with someone else. Meaning he doesn't have to have any edim, and that's already going to be losing the ksuba. And Rashi explains why he's believed, because Eidam Terech Besuda Mafsida, because it's a very funny logic. A person's not going to get married, spend all that money on the wedding and everything, and then just lie about whether or not. It's kind of an interesting. I'm not saying it's logic that I agree with, but that's the logic that it's not Rashi's logic. Rashi's quoting Gemara and Ksubas.
Yeah.
That a husband is just believed for that at face value, and he can make her lose out on the ksuba. That's what Rashi says. Behem hemenu lehefsida al piv. Chazaka einad terech batsuda mafsida. What happens? I guess what actually happens. I'm not familiar. When the husband says this, that she's not a basula, are they now?
You mean today?
What?
You mean today?
Today what? No, we're talking about in the Gemara.
Okay.
Like, so what happens? Is it like, because she loses her ksuba, it sounds like, but meaning I'm only wondering it now in my head because the Gemara ksubas that Rashi's quoting is that a person is believed because eight of them terech besuda. He's not gonna.
Right. So the assumption is he wants a divorce.
Okay, got it. He wants a divorce. That's the assumption. Okay,
Yeah.
Got it. So he's believed because he wouldn't do that. Okay, because he just got married.
If he wants to keep on being married to her, like, he's not going to say anything.
Right. Got it. Okay, so that's the second explanation. Meisvei. V'cham omrim tavu mamam b'shlosha, tavu nefashos be'esrim b'shlosha. The rabbis say if you claim money, you can do that with 3. If you claim nefashos, it's 23. So bishlam the Rava, tavu mamam b'tchila b'shlosha, tavu nefashos b'tchila. Afilu mamam be'esrim b'shlosha. Right? So according to Rava, this works fine because if you start off with mamon, then we're not choshen for laz, so you have 3. And even if you are choshesh for and then if it's tav and nefashos, even if it ends up being mamon, it's always going to be 23. So that works out for Rava as well. El ulakash, but Ula, who holds that you're always choshesh for laz, how could you ever have 3? So Amarova ani v'ari shebechura targamina umanu Rabchia bar Avin hacham mayaskinan shehivi habal shizinsa. That the case we're talking about is where the Baal came and said that his wife was
with witnesses,
with someone else, right? With witnesses. And then the father brought witnesses saying that the witnesses that the husband brought are actually zomimim, and Baal ligvos mamon Baal. He came to collect money from the Baal. In that case, that would be a case of mamon that he would agree with. That 3 is you only need 3. So that's the case of mamon we're speaking about.
Good.
And when it's nefashos, then it's going to be 23. So that ends the first two explanations of the Gemara. Then we have Abaye. This is where I think we kind of like got up to, basically. I mean, we went through this one also, but this is where we basically got up to last time. Do you want to go for it?
Sure. Abaye Amar the Kol Alma Chashin Las. Right? So Abaye is like, no, everybody thinks that you could end up additional witnesses. Umishum Kvodan Shel Rishonim. Hacha, but so the whole reason is that you don't want to dismiss the judges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hacha b'maya skinan kagon atru bahem stam, atru bastam, that they told her don't do this. They didn't tell her that she could be put to death. V'hai tanahu, the Tanya. V'shar kol chayve mitot shebetorah ein memitin otam ela be'eda be'edim ela. What do you mean? What does that mean? Ela be'eda.
Ela emizin osam ela be'eda, that you can't be put to death without the Eda, which is like the case of 23 people.
Okay. Oh, Ada as in the 23, right? Okay. I'm like, does it mean the witnesses? The Adam, the Hatra, right? So you need 23 and you need the Adam and you need Hatra. The Ad Sheyaduhu Shehu Chayav Mita, right? And the witnesses have to say that we are on Sanhedrin 8b, in case anybody was wondering. That he would be put to death. Bebeitin, Mita bebeitin, right? The court could put her to him or her to death. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, ad sheyuduhu be'ezem mita. They have to say which hunara, right? So when you don't have those two, right? That as well, so can't be put to death. So it would only be mama.
Right.
Rav Papa Omer Amar.
This is a new. That's the end of the third argument. This is a fourth explanation.
Okay. Rav Papa Amar Hacha Be'isha Chavera Askinan. We're talking about somebody who she is a woman who is knowledgeable enough that she doesn't need hatra. Ukamiflagi beplugda. The Rabbi Yossi Bar Yehuda V'Rabbanan. Tanya Rabbi Yossi Bar Yehuda Omer Habar Chaver Ein Tzar Chatra. Right? So Rabbi Yossi is of the opinion that somebody who's studied enough in the Torah doesn't need a warning. Lefi Shalom Nitzna Hatra Eila Chayven Ben Shogeg Lamezit. Right? The entire reason we have the warning is to make sure that this person is doing it willingly, right? And it's not unintentionally sinning. And since a person who's a chaver knows that already, that we don't need that that distinction. Rav Ashi,
but then you have to bring it back. So then what's the argument between? So the rabbis agree that. Okay, so the rabbis agree with Rav Yossi Bar Yehuda, who holds that you don't need that asura, so therefore it would be a case of 23. And Rav Meir holds like, who is the other person? And there are, where is there?
Well, I guess that's Beplukta the Rabbi Yossi Bar Yehuda V'Rabbanan. So the Rabbanan,
it doesn't say the Rabbanan Shita, it just says Rav Yossi Bar Yehuda Shita, meaning it's not the Rabbanan hold the opposite.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. It is interesting, by the way, there's something about Shogeg and Mazid. I was just thinking about it because of the Medrash in last week's parsha about like by the Egel, whether or not like there's an argument whether or not Aaron should have warned the people because it might make them into a Mazid potentially,
right?
And like that wasn't anyhow. I find that whole line of logic to be very bizarre. This whole idea of it's better for someone to be let them be amazing. Like I find that let them
part
be
of it's part of the halachas of tochacha, right?
Right. I never understood that. It blows my mind every time I hear this logic.
Kishem should mitzvah, just as it's a mitzvah to tell someone about
Right.
a halacha that they would listen to. It's a mitzvah not to tell them if they wouldn't listen.
That logic, that logic does not work in my brain. I don't understand that.
It's like it is one of the most fundamental things. I was just talking to Confluence about this. I was explaining.
Do I understand? Oh shoot! Hold on one second. I need to close my door. Give me a second.
Obi-Wan, if you want us to get all the way to 43A, you're going to have to wait. We're on 8B. When we get to 43A, you can ask all your questions about 43A.
The logic to me just doesn't make any sense, because basically, if I would tell you like you should use the CPAC machine, right, but I know you're not going to listen to me, right?
Then you shouldn't say it.
But it's going to bring you to maybe sometime in the future you'll come to it or something like that. Like,
if you believe that maybe I might listen, then yes, you should.
You can never know for sure someone's not going to listen. You never know 100% sure.
Come on, so this is one of the play. It's just like any mitzvah. You have to make a determination, right?
Gotcha.
But I mean, this is exactly what I was just talking to Confluence about, right? So what is the Jewish why do we say that evangelism is like Gimel Chamurot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because our relationship to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is like marriage, right?
Yeah.
And if I'm interfering in your relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's Gilui Arayas, and I'm a Rotzeach because I'm killing you, and it's Avodah Zarah because I am creating a dimion of HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
I never heard that, by the way. I never heard that. It's like evangelism is like the Gimel Chamuras. I never heard that line. That's interesting.
Now you have, right?
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's a lack of faith in each person's relationship with the HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Right. Yeah.
And the same thing is by Tochacha, right? Like, I'm not responsible to tell you about Yiddishkeit. I'm responsible if you ask me about Yiddishkeit, yes. I'm responsible to live my life in such a way as Mekadosh Shem Shemayim and not Mechal Shem Shemayim, right? But ultimately, like, it's a matter of having faith that, and I think this is where frum parents go off the worst, right? Like, when they don't have faith that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to be mechanech their children, right? Mm. That he's madrich, and that, like, I think it's the worst thing when I hear, and you don't hear people explicitly say it, but it really sometimes is the case where they're like, okay, if I don't want my kid to know, enough about the Freya world to be successfully living in the Freya world. I want them to be inside the frum world, kind of with golden shackles, right?
Right.
And it's like, Rahman Liba boy, right? It's not about, like, if you're caught in Yiddishkeit, right? So, do you know William, Common Man?
No.
Billy. So Billy, he's just this incredibly geschmack person. He's a Noahide. He's a Christian. He's on he's on my Discord, and he's done a little bit of YouTube stuff.
Right.
Like, this guy is such a Mamin Ben Mamin, right? So he had bought tzitzis, and a Jew had told him, "No, you're not Jewish. You shouldn't wear tzitzis." He carries the tzitzis in his glove compartment.
Get out! That's amazing. Wow.
Right? He carries the tzitzis in his glove compartment. He bought them. He doesn't wear them because it's not for him. He's not a Yid. Right?
Crazy.
Now, that's Rahman Liba boy,
Right.
as opposed to somebody like a 13-year-old, 14-year-old. He hates his tzitzis,
Right.
but because his parents make him wear his tzitzis, he wears his tzitzis.
Right. Right.
Right? It's like he's not wearing tzitzis. It's worse than not wearing tzitzis.
Right.
He doesn't want to wear tzitzis.
Right.
Right?
Do you know this guy? Yitzhak Levy on YouTube? It's like I think he's like a
Sounds like
guy.
a Jew.
He gives. I think I've seen you comment on his videos actually.
Yitzhak.
Let me see if I can pull it up. I think that's his name. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I was just watching it the other day, so I should be able to pull it up. It should be in my history.
You're not talking Ephraim Pavlanov.
No. Give me a second. History. Oh, Yitzhak Lowy. Sorry, Yitzhak Lowy.
Oh, yeah. He's a friend of Rabbi Burton.
Yeah, friend of Rabbi Burton. He's a very interesting guy.
He is.
Very interesting. I don't know what to make of him. Like
incredibly stark. I love him.
Yeah, he's a really smart guy, but like he puts out a lot of content.
He's not just smart, he's stark. He's
sharp.
like he's sharp, but like he's got an amuna to him that unfortunately some rabbis don't have. Like he seriously believes in the Kadosh Baruch Hu.
For sure. And what I also like about him, though, in a lot of ways, I like that I can't really figure him out, which I like. I enjoy people where I can't. It's a little bit of a challenge. Like, wait, what do you actually think about this? Like, I'm a little confused. It's really good. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
I can't figure out if he's like my 10th grade Rebbe, or if he's like John Vervaeke, or if he's like I can't figure out where he's at. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he has like a big spectrum of knowledge, and he plays with a lot of different things. I really enjoy his stuff.
But from everything I've seen, he's Haredi mina Haredi.
Yeah, he is. I agree, but I think when I think of Haredi, I think someone who doesn't think. That's just my associations. But he's a real thinker. So I guess maybe that's my own projection. That's what I think. You know,
he's a Lubavitcher. He just doesn't know it.
I'm surprised he's not on this channel though. He would fit perfectly into this ecosystem. I feel like.
Oh, I mean, to the degree, like, I mean, I watch his stuff. Like, he's to me, he's like Rabbi Burton, who's another person I need to have again. Like, the only reason I don't invite him is he has a very strong Yiddish and Hebrew accent. He speaks in yeshivish, and the only reason my channel exists is so the Christians can kind of see into Yiddishkeit. Like, otherwise I would just have them go to his channel. Like, what do I have to say in front of Kedushas Kavod Admar? Like,
all of a sudden you're so humble, Jacob. Oh my gosh.
I'm humble when somebody deserves it. If somebody's a putz, I'll punch him in the face.
Got it.
But like when somebody like Rabbi Burton, Rabbi Lowe, like honestly, I mean I've said to Rabbi Burton, if Rabbi Burton seriously, although I have to say, like, he did ask me to take a video off, and I wrote a macha, and he was makabel my macha.
I remember this. I remember.
Yeah. Like, so
that's one of the legendary Jacob stories. It's like it goes in the book.
I'm a chassid. I'm a chassid of Talmudei Chachamim, but I'm a Lubavitcher chassid.
I don't know what Obi-Wan keeps talking about.
I'm guessing that these are references to, I don't know, Gentiles or Jesus or something. We'll get to them.
Got it.
We're on 8B. And we've done 24 sessions. So we should get to 43A in another 2 or 3 years.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be so fun.
So Obi-Wan is going to have to come back when we get to 43A.
It's going to be great.
Isn't it?
Listen, things are moving quickly. Chazi started using AI to make his thumbnails, so that's already a big deal.
Oy vey.
Things are moving fast in the TLC.
They are. Yeah, this whole AI thing.
Okay,
No.
Rav Ashi Amar.
Where
This is
were we?
number-
What were we doing? You wanted to do a Rashi?
This is the fifth explanation. Rav Ashi Amar.
Yeah, Ravashi. Okay, yeah.
Kigon the Asru Be Malchus V'lo Asru Be Katala, where they warned them about Malchus but not about death. The Kamifali b'pukta Rav Yishmael v'Rabbanan Malchus b'Shlosha Mishum Rishmael Amru b'Esrim b'Shlosha.
I don't know why I'm not finding Ravashi. Where's Ravashi?
I mean, he passed a long time ago. It'd be hard to find him, but it's the bottom line on Chesam Beis.
Bottom line on how do we get to bottom line?
You got us there. I didn't get us there. I'm just on the journey.
Shorishonim hacha b'may askinan kagon b'atru bastam v'ari v'hai tan. Okay, v'shar. Oh, you know what? I wasn't. Okay, I wasn't following along in the art scroll. That's the problem.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Rav Be'isha Chavera Askinan writes, okay, Shogeg Lamezid. Rav Ashi Amar Kagon the Atru Be B'Malchus. Okay. You were saying.
Right. That the husband warned
the Adam warns B'Malchus.
Right, the Adam warned about Malchus, but they gave him the wrong punishment. Malchus instead of Misa. Right? The Kamifagi, the book of Rav Yishmael Rabbanan, the time Malchus b'Shlosha, Rishon Rishmael Amru B'Esrim b'Shlosha. So there's a hug is whether or not Malchus gets 3 or 23.
Right, because the person could die when you give them Malchus.
Oh, that's the Nekudas Machlokas?
Yep.
I'm also just surprised that she gets Malchus in this instance, by the way. I'm just surprised by that. It's interesting. Because
every love in the Torah has at least Malchus. We don't give Malchus because like the person's already Chamura Bey, right?
Got it. Okay, argument number 6. Ravina Amar. This is where I think we actually got stuck last time. We're dealing with a case where the husband brought 3 or more witnesses, and one of the witnesses was found to have been a relative, or just a puzzle aid. The Kamifli book Rav Yossi v'Rabbi Ali b'Rabbi Akiva the Tanan. Rabbi Akiva Omer lo ba'ashlish el hachmir lav lasdina kiyotze be'elu. The third is only serving to make it even more like intense, like more serious.
All right. And
then he adds, and if this is how we punish, as a nimtal osa mitzvah osa mitzvah. Meaning, wait a second.
That if you get involved in a sin or in a thing, even if you weren't necessary, you still receive the.
Right. So wait, what does it mean? Lo b'hashlishi el hachmir love.
Okay, so if you have 3 witnesses, right, and
so it's only to make it chamer in terms of the hazama, meaning the hazama is now in all 3. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you would have thought that the third one
is the nidon al piv. That Rashi says, "Let me say shari b'shnayim she'in tchila nami how you nidon." Afilu hachi asa kasav azinu kiyotze be'elu she'im hazimu yarek apashlishi v'vnei shnit al avera, because you got involved with over avera. Okay, got it. So, but how does that explain our argument between the 2? Maybe we have to keep going. I'm trying to think.
Umashnayim nimtza achad mehem karav pasol edutan betela af shlosha nimtza achad mehem karav pasol edutan betela, right? Because you would have thought, okay, I have 3 witnesses, right? One of them gets thrown out, right? And this is where I told you about the ketubah, right? There's a reason they won't allow extra witnesses on a ketubah.
Right. Got it. So Amar Rav Yossi, Medamar Amurim, Bedini Nefashos, Al Bedini Mamanos, Tischaim Edus Bishar. Interesting. So this only applies by Dini Nefashos, but Dini Mamanos, the other Edom do survive the fact that one was a bad aid.
Yeah.
Rabbi Amar Echad Dini Nefashos, Echad Dini Mamanos, it doesn't make a difference. If one aid is bad, then they're all bad. The Amasai, Bisman Hisr Behem. When does this apply? When where
are you reading? In the Gemara or in Rashi?
In the Gemara, Amar Rav Yossi, which is four lines on the bottom. 4 lines on the bottom.
You skipped, didn't you? Shisalim schar aniva lo se mitzvah. Uma shnaim nimtza karav apostle edutan betelaf. Shlosh nimtza bat mehem karav apostle edutan betelaf. Uminayin shafila mea Talmud lomar edim. You skipped that. Okay.
Even if one or two edim of the 100 were bad, then it's all bad.
All 100, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's what threw me off. Is you skipped that one. Okay.
Got it. No problem. Amar Rav Yossi, Bamed Mamurim, Bedine Nefashos, Ava Bedine Mamanos, Tiskayim Edus Bishar.
Yeah.
Rabbi Omer, Din Echlin Nefashos. It doesn't make a difference. Either one, it ruins everything. The Amasai is mancha husr behen. I was mancha lo husr behem. Ma yasu shnei achim ve'echad shiro ve'echad shahar nefesh. What can two brothers and one of them? Ava bismancha lo husr behem.
So you have this case where you have two brothers, so they can't witness. They can't be both be witnesses because they're karov to each other.
Right.
So you see, two brothers and, right. So let's say I had a brother. Me and my brother and you, Rahman Aslan, see a murder.
Right.
We see somebody about to murder. We say, "Don't do it. You're going. You'll receive a capital punishment."
Right.
And he goes ahead and does it, right? And let's assume that we were otherwise kosher Edom, right?
Right.
So what happens? We can't all three of us go and give testimony because the two of us are brothers to each other.
Right. So they're saying that's basically the Gemara saying that's untenable. It's not tenable that if two brothers and the third person saw a murder and they can't actually have a productive edus. That's what the Gemara is saying. And that closes out this sixth explanation. So how does it connect? So the Rabbanan agree with Rebbe's opinion that the inclusion of an ineligible witness does not invalidate the testimony of the others unless that witness had warned the offender. Therefore, in the present case where one of the witnesses to the adultery is ineligible, but he did not issue the warning, the testimony of the others is valid. The case, therefore, is a capital one, which is 23 is required.
I mean, Art School's just reading Rashi.
Okay, so let's go for it.
Uplubda the Rebbe Meir v'Rabbanan nami kagon shenimtzad echad min hashlosha karov apostle v'rab shatak v'lo hatra lo hatra. Rebbe Meir savar la keRebbe Yosei de amar din nefashos lo shana hatra v'lo shana shatak edutan betela v'Rabbanan savre keRebbe de hecha de shatak. So one of
the brothers has to be quiet, basically.
Yeah.
Even according to that opinion.
Yeah.
You can't warn. It's very interesting.
Yeah. That is interesting, yeah.
It'd be hard for like me and you. We're such kanai. We're such kanai. We wouldn't be able to restrain ourselves, you know. My
brother, though, he's a quiet one.
God, so it's perfect. It works out.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. We're on this. That's 6 of 8. Now that's number 7. V'bayis ema.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Shehitru ba acherim velo hitru ba edim. Kumiflagi plugda Rabbi Yosef Rabbanan. The Tana Rabbi Yosef Omer lo olam einu nahareg achi yihiu pishne edav matrin bo. Shneimar al pishnayim edim ve'iboitema kagon the it. So that disagreement is if other people warn them, which I mean makes sense, but I guess that's a plugta. Ve'iboitema kagon the itchush bebedikut velo itchush bechakirut. Ukamiflagi beplugta the Ben Zakai v'Rabbanan the Tanan Maseh Badak Ben Zakai beukze te'inim. Amar, this is where we stop. Amar Rav Yosef Havi Habal Edim Shazinta.
No, but I think that Amar Yosef starts a new piece. I think because I think what we said first, we just said about one case is
that's Tiritz Shmini.
Yeah. Number 7 was below Edim. That's where the machlokas is, because I guess according to Rav Meir, if it's not the same set of Edim, then you only need 3 witnesses. According to the Rabbanan, even if it's not the same set, you need 23. And the 8th explanation is where the Zomimim only happened in like the second phase of it. So basically, the rabbis are saying that if they're contradiction only in the later phase, it's still a case of 23, doesn't ruin the whole thing, I guess. And according to Rav Meir, he says that once their testimony gets contradicted in the later phase, it becomes like a monetary case, I think. Does that make any sense?
It becomes a monetary case because there's no
Oh, it's so interesting, and Artscroll just helped me understand. I keep wondering why I keep saying v'bayis ema, because at first we're saying like everyone starts with saying like the approach to what do you call it? It starts off by saying the approach of Ula, Rava, Abaye, Rav Papa, Rav Ashi, and then it says Ravina, and then after Ravina it says v'bayis ema, and Artscroll clarifies that the last 3 arguments are all shitas within Ravina. They're all Ravina's opinion. They're all different answers between Ravina. So we have 5 people, and then we have 3. Ravina has his, 3 different approaches here. Okay, so and so now our next piece, Amar Rav Yosef, starts a new Gemara. Basically, it's going to go back on the case we just mentioned. It's going to start a new Gemara now.
Okay.
Amar Rav Yosef. Hevi abal edim shizinsa. Ve'evi ha'av edim ve'ezim la edi abal. Edi abal neragim ve'ein misham mammon. Oh, so it's going back on that case we brought into like the third answer, the 4th answer. It's bringing that back. So let's see, what does that mean? So the Baal brought Aiden to say that his wife slept with someone else, and the father, maybe Adim, the witnesses of the husband are killed, but they don't pay money. Okay. Says Rashi, Ede Habal Neragim, Shabo Laharga, because they came to kill her, so therefore it's just Kasher Zamam. Even though they tried to make her lose Ksuba, Ein Mishalmim Tova Sana Ksubasa Kedin Shar Zomimim. Ksuba. They don't pay this, they don't have to pay this like other people that come to like are false witnesses for Ksuba. The cave of the Bishvila Hein Neragim, Ein Mishalmim Lamamun. Because if you're going to be killed, then you're pater min hatashlonim. But I love how the Gemara is so, it doesn't care about like anything beyond the technicality. Like it's obviously insane. You're getting killed, and it's like, don't worry, you don't need to pay. You're pater. It's like it's so agnostic to any kind of like.
I don't know that it's agnostic. I mean, it's trying to understand the particulars.
And it's just a funny thing. Like, imagine you like go to a courtroom. It's like, don't worry, you don't need to pay the $500. We're just gonna kill you, and you're fine. Don't worry, we're just gonna kill you.
Closer. I mean, 200. Let's say closer to $5 million, right?
That's how expensive Ksuba is.
I mean, yeah, Ksuba was serious amounts.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you're saying what
It was a serious amount. First of all, second, like your kids, you know,
right.
you're gonna get killed.
Sure.
You might say, at least my kids are gonna get the life insurance money, but now they're not even gonna get the life insurance money.
Right. Techsev lo yeh asan yanash v'im mishum mea sela dahavi boy lefsid la'av v'havale misa lezeh l'isha v'tashum lezeh la'av lav alayu ramalish shlume. Elal al baal shari yadin al baal bal shalim la'av v'chol zman shelo hevi abal eidin shidachtav inim eschayav shalim mea sela ayde atzmo delo karinim bey v'im emes haya. I have no idea what Rashi's saying.
Well, yeah, but I think Mayacello is like a lot of money.
Got it. Okay, we can keep going. I don't know what this Rashi's saying, unless you have a shot, and I have no idea what he's saying.
What do you mean? What's the question and what Rashi's saying?
No, I get the part where we got to patim at the shlomi dechsev lo yeh asan enosh yanash. Then I don't know what he's saying after that.
He's saying that but he's reading from the rest of the Gemara. Because the Gemara says, what if the father comes back, and what if the Baal comes back and makes the previous ones Zomamin?
What if the father comes back and makes his...
No. What if the Baal comes back and makes the witnesses of the father Zomamin?
So like a triple. He brought Adam, the father. That's what it's saying?
Yeah, read the rest of the Gemara.
Okay, let's see what this Gemara says. Chazar v'havi abal Adam ezim le'da'ab. Oh. Okay. Edi ha'ab neragim, then the Edi the Ab U'mishalmin Mammon. Oh, they have to do both. They get killed and they pay the money.
Right.
Oh my God. Mammon lazeh u'nefashas lazeh.
Mammon because they owe to the father. I mean they owe money to the Baal, but they owe their lives to the thing.
Oh, to the witnesses. Oh, so witnesses. Okay, when it's two separate payments, then it can work. Interesting. Yeah. Oh my Lord. Okay, that got very meta.
Yeah, that's what Rashi is explaining.
Got it. Okay. Okay, then it goes on. The next Gemara is like another. Amar Rav Yosef is another din. Ploni Ravo La'anso.
Ravo.
After was from the Hargo.
Ba'alav b'mishchav zachor La'anso. Oh, okay. Varav chayav oto ploni mita mishon.
Russia who Vatarama al teshes Russia aid. So wait, the person who got basically raped.
The person who was being raped, it can be one of the witnesses.
Wow, that's fascinating. Surprised by that. Because isn't that like obviously like
Nogea B'dvar?
Yeah.
I mean, he's saying that this person,
right?
He's like a plaintiff,
right? Interesting. Vataram Altashes Lertsono, then Russia who Vataram Altashes Russia 8. Okay. Rava says Adam Karv Eitzel Atzmo. Oh, the ain't Adam Mesim Atzmo Russia. Adam Karov Eitzel Atzmo. Interesting. I never heard the first part of the phrase.
If he's willing, he can't be a witness because he's a Russia.
But that's the first opinion. Rav is saying something different.
Adam Karov, it's
consensual. The first opinion, if it's consensual, then you can't testify because you're a Russia. That's what
right. That's the first. Yeah, that's Rabbi Yosef.
Right. Rav is saying Adam Karov Eitzel Atzmo. The ain't Adam Mason Asma Russia.
Yeah, Eino Nifsal. Yeah, a person can't be can't be. You know the famous case of Rav Moshe Feinstein and the wedding?
No.
So apparently, I mean, this is the story that's told. I'm pretty sure it's told about Rav Moshe. That there was a wedding, and in the middle of the wedding, the woman comes, the mother of the husband of the chassan comes and says, and she's crying. She's like, "No, you can't. They can't get married. He's my son is a mamzer."
Right.
And Rav Moshe was mafsil her as an aide, right? Because she's karov, she's whatever, right. And he did the wedding anyway.
Wow. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
There you go. Adam Karov, but I never heard the first part of the line though. I know the line. Ain't Adam Mason Atzarasha. It's like a yeshivish phrase that I used to always say, but I never heard the first part of it, which is Adam Karov Eitzel Atzmo, which is the critical piece here. I think that's the more important line, right?
Yeah.
But I don't understand what Rashi's saying is Rava Amar, the last Rashi on the page. He says, "Ain't Adam Nifsal Eidos, but does piv." Right, a person is not believed on something that he says himself. The Adam Karov Eitzel Atzmo, because you're like a relative to yourself, so to speak. Like you can't testify for your brothers, you can't testify on yourself.
All right.
Therefore, you can't position yourself and say I'm a Russia. Through your own edus, you can't become a Russia through it. Shari Torah Pasla Karav Le'edus.
You would think that a confession is actually not admissible in Jewish court.
Right.
At all.
Interesting.
Which is funny, but I also agree with it.
Oh, interesting. So the Balgina Dibura, so we separate his words. You're believed. So if you say, I slept with this person, you're believed for that on the friend. But you're not believed on yourself because it's puzzle edus. I never realized the logic of Ein Mason Asa Russia has to do with being puzzle edus. I thought it was like a logic of a person wouldn't make himself into a Russia. Like I thought that was the logic. Like a person wouldn't, but it's not clear. It's clearly not what it's saying here.
It's more than a person shouldn't. But I mean, that's how people use it. For the famous story of the Chofetz Chaim, he was on a carriage back to Radin.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, that was really educational. I didn't realize that.
We have learned so much.
We're nine daf in. We're killing it. We'll start from the bottom of the 9.
We're 9 blots in. We've gotten
crazy.
9 blots. Oh, crazy. I was gonna use. I have yet to use the actual thing. We were on 9B.
9B.
So we got to 240 weeks, and we should be pretty close to done.
Let's do it.
Yeah. No, you need to get married before then.
We'll do the same at my wedding. It'll be beautiful.
Can you imagine? I'm gonna hold you to it.
Perfect. It's gonna be great. Well, we'll start doing twice a week eventually. It'll happen, and then we'll go faster.
We should do twice a week. Maybe after I graduate. No,
Perfect.
I'm gonna be even more busy after I graduate. But yeah, maybe after I graduate. Yeah. No.
See you next time.
Bye, people.
Thanks, everyone.